Does this scenario sound familiar to you at all? You're scrolling on your phone, maybe you're in bed or you're on the toilet, and you come across a video that starts like this. Stop! Don't scroll if you want to change your life right now! And then the advice that follows usually sounds something like this.
Work, 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 work. No results, but I'm a little bit better.
You wanna know the difference between you and me, man? You're out here thinking about butt cheeks.
No results.
Number one, taking cold showers. The reason these are so beneficial is not just because of the psychological benefits, but they're so good to do.
You get the point. I'm not a fan of self-improvement content, but I am a fan of self-improvement. Striving to be the best version of yourself is obviously great, and there's a lot of ways you can go about doing that. You can buy a gym membership, you can improve your style, you can get a skincare routine, or you can watch a tutorial online and let someone else tell you how to improve your life. I can't sit here and say that all self-help content is bad, because it's not. A lot of the advice is objectively good, but it won't actually help you because most of it is pretty much useless. Take my friend Colin, for example. He makes videos about training hard and being an athlete and all that stuff. His general message in his videos is that we have a limited time on Earth and we should take risks and work hard. And I'm not trying to poo-poo Colin here, but come on, we know this stuff already. Saying that in order to succeed you have to fail and that to get what you want you have to work really hard is not the life-changing advice that people think it is. And it's not just Colin that says this, it's pretty much every self-development creator. Colin, your editing is amazing, keep doing what you're doing, I'm sorry that I'm throwing you under the bus here. Let's say your goal was to make as much money as possible. Different people will give you different advice on how to go about that. Your parents will tell you to go to college. A self-help guru will tell you to work 24 hours a day, every day until you reach your goal. Dave Ramsey will tell you to buy a ton of houses and rent them out to create an infinite money glitch, but he doesn't
realize that the average Joe has to save up for 10 years just to afford the down payment on a house, and then it'll take another 30 years just to be able to pay off it.
If you had the money to buy properties and rent them out, you would already be doing that. Dave's advice doesn't help you get rich, it helps the rich get more rich. The self-help guru that tells you to work as hard as you can is just as useless because simply working hard isn't going to get you more money. If all it took to get rich was a strong work ethic, then nobody would be living paycheck to paycheck. We'd all be swimming in money. But that's just not how it works. None of the advice you'll hear will actually help you get more money because the advice you hear online are just blanket statements designed to apply to as many different people as possible. The more general the advice, the more people can relate to it, and the more engagement and attention you'll receive. Mr. YouTuber streamer Ludwig explained this really well, so I'll play that clip right now.
You should realize your attention is a commodity, and these billionaires are at war for it. I'm a part of this problem. My entire job is to keep you on this website longer. And I'd like to think that sometimes I give you points that you can resonate with or insights that are valuable to your life. But that's not always the case. Most of the time, that's not the case. And I make these videos because I'm incentivized by YouTube. It's become a game. I need to get a 1 of 10. I need to get the most people watching my videos for the longest amount of time possible. And if I do, then I make Big Papa YouTube more money and they'll break me off a bigger piece of the pie.
Self-help videos aren't purposely giving bad advice, but you've got to realize that the people making these videos are incentivized to give advice that's going to make them more money. And what makes them more money is universal advice that applies to everybody, but to do that, you have to make the advice pretty generic. I'm sure that 99% of them aren't doing it intentionally, but it definitely influences what they put out, whether they realize it or not. Let's say you want to be a YouTuber or a content creator or whatever term you want to replace the word influencer with. There are a ton of channels out there with their entire brand being how to game the algorithm and get tons of views and to get big fast. A lot of people who have dreams of making it big watch these videos, but they're just as useless as self-development videos. There may be 1 or 2 pieces of good advice, but mostly what they're saying is to find your niche and have good thumbnails and titles, which is stuff that all of us already know. A better way to go about learning how to be a creator is to watch people like Colin and Samir. They make videos about the creator community, but they do it in a way that isn't so number-oriented. I've been listening to their podcast lately, and I've been learning a lot more from them just talking about their day-to-day life than I ever would from a video telling me how to go viral. Listening to them excites me to create my own content and gives me new ideas that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. The most annoying thing about improving in any avenue is that progress takes time. Now I'm starting to sound like a self-improvement YouTuber. Everybody, including me, wants to reach our goals in the shortest amount of time possible. We want to get rich as fast as we can. We want to build muscle as fast as we can, what have you. Self-help creators know this, so they keep pumping out content for people who want these quick fixes. The people who watch a get ripped quick video aren't going to go to the gym after they finish the video. They're going to move on to the next video, partly just because they're lazy, but also partly because of dopamine. By the way, I hate when people talk about dopamine like they know anything about neurotoxins past what their TikTok feed tells them. And to be fair, my knowledge is limited to my AP Psych class I took junior year, but I did get a 5 on the exam, so suck it. What people know about dopamine is that it's the pleasure chemical, and when you're scrolling through TikTok, it releases more and more dopamine, which gives you more and more pleasure, which is why you're addicted to it, which is sort of true. Dopamine is more of a reward chemical, and it builds up with anticipation, so watching reels is a quick way to get your dopamine hit. But more interestingly, dopamine will be released just by thinking about a reward, even if you're not receiving it. This is why self-help creators can thrive, because everyone watching it is thinking about improving their life, so they watch more videos and feel better and better despite doing literally nothing. Personally, I think that the best way to improve in any aspect of your life is to indulge in a community that surrounds it. If you want to get better at running, watch running videos. If you want to get better at working out, talk to the people at your gym. You can even watch videos on how to get better at running and working out, because the advice you'll get will be actually useful because it's way more niche and specific to you. There are a lot of communities adjacent to the self-help community. The fitness community, while it has its problems, is good. There's advice for beginners to teach them the basics of whatever fitness endeavor they're pursuing, but there's also just a regular community of people who enjoy exercising and working out and sharing it with each other. It's not just all tutorials. On the flip side, the red pill community is a group of people who enjoy hating on women, but they disguise it as traditional values. They give self-development advice, but they do it in a more degrading way. The Red Pill Club suffers from all the same problems as the self-help community. Their advice is just too general. They're all about sucking it up and being a man and keeping the woman in the kitchen, which won't benefit their viewers because they're all single men anyways. The Looksmaxing community has actually been around for quite a while, and it blew up over this last year with mewing and mogging, and there's no way I'm actually talking about this. Looksmaxing is self-help related because it's all about improving your physical appearance. Now, I'm aware that most of the people in the Looksmaxing community are just there because it's popular and silly and it's easy to poke fun at them, but it's just another example of the self-development sphere putting on a different mask and being just as useless. There's a limit to how many useful tips you can give on personal hygiene, and most of these tips are again just very general advice. Telling people to get a skincare routine won't help anyone because everyone's faces react differently to different products, and everyone already knows that taking care of your skin is going to make it look better, so either give me some magic acne serum that works 100% of the time or just f*** off. There's even an entire subgenre just about nofap. Usually this falls under the self-help category, but since it's talked about so much, I want to give my 2 cents on it. I think doing it less and not watching videos is definitely a good thing, but people are acting like not doing it is going to give you some unseen benefits that we've never heard of. I think that it's bullcrap, and based on the 5 minutes of research that I did, it is bullcrap. You might get a tiny boost of testosterone, but any other benefit is just non-existent. You won't become successful from something that requires discipline for inaction, but it will come from something that requires discipline for action. I didn't come up with that line, by the way. I'm not that smart. My coach did this thing called Tuesday Life Lessons, where he'd give us a video to watch which had a life lesson behind it, and one of them really stuck out to me, and it was about the illusion of choice.
You know, these guys, they all think they have this illusion of choice. But the fact of the matter is if you want to be good, you really don't have a lot of choices, because it takes what it takes. You have to do what you have to do to be successful. So you have to make the choices and decisions to have the discipline and the focus to the process of what you need to do to accomplish your goals. And all these guys that think they have a lot of choices are really, sort of sadly mistaken.
This perfectly encapsulates the point I'm trying to make. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you already know exactly what you have to do to achieve it. If you want to be the fastest runner, you have to train like you're the fastest runner. There's no magic method or video that's going to help speed up the process. I know that this entire video I've been hating on people giving advice, but I actually think the single best thing you can do to improve your life is to start exercising. It's hard to put into words how much working out and running and exercising has improved my life. It gives me more energy, helps me decompress, it improves my mood, makes me look better. All benefits. The thing is, exercising's hard, so people don't want to do it. I don't want to do it most of the time. It's especially hard if you have kids, if you have other responsibilities than being an 18-year-old kid outside of high school like me. But if you can find time to exercise, it will help you massively. I guarantee that. Anyways, that's it. I'm done being a hypocrite. If you actually look at my channel, you'll see I have some gaming videos, but that's not the type of content I want to make. I did like making this video though, so if you enjoyed, subscribe, smash like, hit the bell. Okay, bye.